Hi, I'm Dan, welcome to the Airbrush Garage. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today, I'm going to cover the dagger stroke, the most important stroke that you could possibly learn, in my opinion, with airbrushing. After a while, you just create these dagger strokes without even thinking. So today, I'm going to break it down into steps and show you my technique and how I used to practice the dagger stroke when I was getting started. So with that, if you like this type of content, consider subscribing. Hit that bell so you get future notifications. Leave me some comments, good or bad. Don't forget to check out all my Amazon affiliate links for the products I use in this video and all my other videos. With that, let's get started. All right, got my Iwata HPC loaded up with some Wicked Createx Black. I'm gonna use black just so it shows up really nice on the whiteboard. What I would like to point out is, if you can see here, I'm not sure if you can, but I have some nice light lines drawn on here. Just took a level and sketched out some lines, just, by eye. Got some horizontal lines, got some vertical lines, got some diagonal lines. And we're going to be doing dagger strokes on all of those lines. And then here, we're going to be doing maybe some swirls. And then in here, we'll be putting in some palm trees. Again, we're going to focus just on the dagger stroke today. So I would like to say that this airbrush here has a 0.3 needle nozzle combination. It's the same as the Iwata HPCH, except for the CH has the MAC valve. I do have one of those over there, but for this demonstration, I'm just going to use this brush. I'm going to be spraying at about 30 PSI. So before we get started, I'm going to go over the technique before I even have any paint come out of the brush. But you want to be at a 90 degree to your surface. Okay, you're going to start a few inches away from your surface, and you're going to start off slowly. As you start to move across, you're going to pick up speed, and you're going to finish off fast as you're letting the paint off. So it's going to be paint back, start to move, pick up speed, and paint forward. And what you're looking to get is a point at the end of your line. So you want to go from thick to thin to a point, and it looks like a dagger. Okay, hence the name dagger stroke. So let's do a couple. I'm going to go across this line. We're going to go left to right, and then we're going to go right to left. All right, so we're going to start off a few inches away. We're going to go air on. We're going to pull back on the paint, and we're going to move left to right. Okay, and again, your movement wants to get pretty quick. You want to go from a few inches away to really close to your surface while you're letting the paint off so you get this dagger. Now, I'm going to show you another way to do a dagger stroke that's a little bit more difficult, where you're not starting to paint and then moving. I can start moving before I start to paint. I'll do some verticals over here, show you that technique. It's a little bit more difficult of a technique because you're not getting that buildup of paint before you start. So it's more of, you're gonna need a little bit more trigger control to do something like this. Oop, hit the table on that one. Practice them down, practice them up. So what you want now is, like I said, once you start getting the rhythm of your dagger strokes, and again, mine aren't all perfect, okay? And they don't need to be, but you know, just practicing them over and over is gonna get you better at them. So again, you wanna practice them left to right because you know, everybody's more dominant one way than the other. So you wanna make sure that you're also take care of not only your strengths, but your weaknesses also. Okay, so now in here, I'm going to demonstrate definitely how getting close to your surface and further away is going to give you that thicker, thinner line, and we're going to finish off with the dagger. This time I'm going to start off thin, go to thick, and finish off thin. So as you can see, with something like this, you're starting off with a dagger, you're getting thicker, and you're finishing off with a dagger. Okay, so again, that's a matter of just you moving your airbrush. You're in tight. As you're coming around, you're moving further away, then back in tight. So just think of it as in, out, in, okay, and keeping that brush moving. Now the other thing that's really key to the dagger is keeping that brush moving, especially at the end, because you want to get that little whip. So another great exercise is the palm tree. I do have a video on practicing the basics. I'll pop a card up above. Check that video out as well. But for now, what's really cool is I'm going to show you, again, we're going to just put some of these techniques all into place with the palm tree. I'm going to start off at the bottom. I'm going to start off thick, and I'm going to bring it up to a dagger. So I'm going to start a little, a few inches away. Start with some nice heavy paint and just bring it up. And that's going to be our trunk. Okay? And then at the top, you're going to start again. You're going to start with thick, and you're going to bring it out to thin. You're basically going to do a swirl, but you're going to start with thick. So here. And just bring it around to a dagger. It's all dagger strokes. You want some grass down here, get real fine dagger strokes. You're doing the same technique, you're just getting in a lot closer. You're gonna move a little quicker. You can see how I'm just pulling them up, just pulling them out, okay? Get nice little dagger strokes. So let's do a little bit different of a palm tree with a little bit different of a leaf. Let's start off again with the trunk. And this time we're going to do little fine dagger strokes. We're going to do a thicker dagger stroke with some fine dagger strokes. So let's start off the thick one first. Start off basically with a dot, right? Bring that around. Just putting some fine ones in there. You just want to keep practicing that. Start in the middle, bring it around, picking that up a little bit. So now we went right to left. Now this way it's going to be left to right. So again, it's important that you practice it both ways. Again, you're going to be dominant one way than the other. So you get it nice and close and tight and be very quick about it. You can see how you get these hairline dagger strokes. So I'm keeping it real basic and simple, but you can see already though by being able to control your dagger strokes, whether it be big or really fine and thin, you can start to pull out a whole lot more detail than something like this. But you need to get the basic stroke down first. Then you can, like I said, come in here and start doing some you just pull them out. So that's what you really need to do, you know. I mean, you just need to come in, you just need to get a board like this, and you just need to keep practicing. One last thing I want to show you to practice with the dagger stroke is I think swirls are very important too. This one here is a little different because you're going from thin to thick to thin. Okay, so you have a dagger stroke beginning, dagger stroke end. This one here basically is just going to be a swirl. It's going to be thick to dagger stroke. Start off basically with a dot and dagger around like that right there. So you just basically make it a C. You're starting off here. You want to be nice and quick about it. You got a nice little swirl right there. So you're finishing off with a C. So there you go, there you have it. That's my practice technique. It's a great warm-up technique. You can just have a board over here and just keep painting over and over and over. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be painting a picture. You can just, it'll look like one big blob of paint, but you should always have a board over here on the side before you start. I don't care what it is, just come over, do some dagger strokes for 5 minutes. It's really gonna pay off. All right, well, there you have it. Look, there's lots of videos out there on dagger strokes. I mean, I've been looking them up for years. There's a ton of them out there. Go check them out. I mean, it's really worth it. It's really nice to see other people's techniques and how they show it. And, it's just great. You never want to learn just from one person. So I hope you like this video. I hope you get something, even if you just get a little bit from my videos. That's all I want. Go on out there, and there's a lot of great guys out there showing you really cool stuff. Head on out there and see how they're doing their dagger strokes. The main thing is that you learn the dagger stroke because it really is the most important stroke in airbrushing. So with that, I hope you like this stuff. If you do, consider subscribing. Give me some comments, good or bad. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. With that, we'll see you in the next video.